Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of A Cup of Joe. As always, I'm your host, Joe. I know it's been a few weeks, a few months actually, since our last Cup of Joe, and I'm really excited to let everyone know that we are back on a monthly basis. So stay tuned for special guests coming down, more episodes and stuff coming down the line. But I'm excited to introduce our special guest for today. My wonderful wife, Melanie, who is looking very angelic in the lighting right now. But welcome.
It is our living room lamp shining directly on us for this video. I wish I could see these things.
Don't give away the secrets. Our living room is always this well lit. This is how it looks.
And clean.
And clean, yes, always. I feel like people just interpreted what they wanted to out of that. Anyways, we need to drink some coffee. That's what we need to do because this is a cup of Joe. So, I'm drinking 1976 espresso from Fernwood Coffee. Now, I've made this in a French press. Usually, espresso is not my go-to, but I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Espresso French press, just to clarify. I love espresso. But anyways,
Coffee people.
That's good. Very, very deep and rich. A little acidic off the top, but definitely very full. What you would expect from an espresso for sure. A good espresso. Mel, what are you drinking?
I am drinking beautiful, wonderful water from our tap.
Ladysmith tap water.
Ladysmith tap water. It's wonderful. We all pay for it, so it better be good. And so I'm enjoying it.
You all pay for it.
We do.
Who invited her? Anyways, I'm just kidding. I love you.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Christmas is coming around the corner, and we just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about Christmas. And so actually, just to kind of start things off on a fun note, we would love to hear some of your favorite Christmas traditions. And so you can comment down below and let us know. We'd love to hear from you. One of our favorite Christmas traditions is an argument that starts on November 1st when Mel pulls this out of storage right here.
Last year it was October 31st, though. That was a little early.
it was a little bit early. Yeah, I would agree with that.
This year it was later, though.
It was later this year. And it was later because it's a hard year. You know, It's been a hard year for a lot of people. I think everyone's got their thing this year. Yeah. And I think that's more so than ever why we really wanted to talk about Christmas and about the hope and the love and the joy, the peace that comes with Christmas. And Mel, you're basically Miss Christmas. And so I would love to hear you share a little bit of your heart for Christmas. With all the uncertainties in the air, we don't know what Christmas is going to look like this year. Share a little bit of your heart.
Yeah. I think a lot of people keep hearing and saying, like, Christmas is canceled, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's not the case. Christmas deep down, what it should be, not even deep down, honestly, surface too, it should be about love. It should be about joy. It should be about family. No one's canceling that for us. And maybe that's because we need to be more intentional about our family relationships and how can we cultivate Christmas to be so intentional that it's less about the things and more about the who we're with. Maybe it's more about, people are probably tired of all social media and Zoom and all those things. Well, why not take an evening, put a Christmas movie on, Christmas music, sit by your tree, and write a really well thought out letter and send it to someone. How can we be intentional about really digging into friendships, to family, and helping others feel that joy, feel that love? because that's what we have to do this Christmas. Yeah, it's not going to look the same, but you know what? It could be so much more special than any other Christmas if we let it be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love what you're talking about being intentional about creating those relationships. You know, if this year, like if we're not careful, I mean, always we tend to isolate as humans. We have that natural propensity to kind of close ourselves off from others in a deeper level. But I want to really challenge and encourage you to open yourself up. Now, you know, you mentioned a lot about how, you know, Christmas is about relationships and people gathering together, family, those types of things. But you know, as followers of Jesus, there's a very real primary element to Christmas, which is Jesus, of course.
Yeah.
You want to share your heart on that a little bit?
Well, I'm a mom, obviously, as you know, and I've always said this about Christmas to Joe, and it's like, Christmas, the biblical story of Christmas, it wasn't pretty. It was actually really messy. You know, ladies, could you imagine being in labor and riding a donkey and then going to a dirty stable and giving birth there? Doesn't sound all that awesome.
I'm not going to lie, it doesn't sound that great for Joseph either.
Yeah, fair
You know,
enough.
Can you?
The ladies got it worse, so let's acknowledge that.
Yes.
It was awful.
Absolutely.
There's nothing amazing to hear about that story other than Jesus came, and it's because of him that we have joy, we have peace, we have all those things, because that is who he is. And I think, again, about being intentional, it's like, how can we celebrate that? How can we celebrate that with our kids? How can we make that the whole purpose of Christmas this year? You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Yeah, and so I just want to take this opportunity to put a little shameless plug in here for you, and that's starting in December. We're starting a new series called Home for Christmas, and that takes on a whole different meaning this year, as we all know. But it's really about let's come home to Jesus. Let's come home to hope. Let's come home to peace, to love, to joy. You know, let's come home to him. And so really hope that you join us for that. Thank you so much for, you know, hearing us out. Yeah, you can say one more thing.
When we say, like, come home to, like, joy, peace, and all that, just know we're having the same struggles as all of you guys too, and it takes working through that. It takes talking to people. It takes getting into the Word and really focusing on just what's important. So just know that we acknowledge how you're feeling, because we're in the same boat. It's hard.
I would clarify too, right?
Yeah.
Like, everyone has their thing.
Totally.
Maybe we don't have the same thing as someone else, but
life is hard. So it's just about digging in and really letting yourself feel all the feels, but also letting yourself be like, okay, how can I get out of this now?
I like that. Feel all the feels. That's
Absolutely.
good. Right on. Well, friends, thank you for joining us. This has been another Cup of Joe. Time for one last sip.
I bet mine tastes better than yours.
Delightful as always. Right on. Well, thank you. Once again, this has been Cup of Joe. Welcome to a special kids edition of A Cup of Joe. I'm here in my living room with Loveland. You want to wave? And Caleb. Want to wave? Instead of making crazy eyes? Yeah. Okay. Caleb and Loveland are here, and they're going to answer a few Christmas questions for me. Caleb and Loveland, what do you want for Christmas?
Nintendo.
Nintendo?
I want LOL doll and makeup.
LOL dolls and makeup. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Now, what's one of your favorite things that we do for Christmas besides opening presents? Besides
Okay,
opening
I
presents.
know.
Okay, what?
Play with them.
Play
with them.
Okay, sure. Playing with presents. How about, like, breakfast waffles.
Breakfast waffles.
Yeah, okay. Now, question for you. What is Christmas all about?
I know.
What?
It's Jesus' birthday. It's Jesus' birthday.
That's
and
right.
It's not about presents.
It's not about
And
presents.
it's about your family.
It's about family too, that's right. And so should we not do presents this year?
No! Presents!
Okay, I just thought I'd chat. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for Cup of Joe, guys. Can you say goodbye to everybody?
I'm going to do a longer one. I want to do it longer.
No, say goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.